This chair actually was made by some of my junior high school students. They made 2 chairs and I took them home because they didn't want them. So I asked first, obviously. Hello and welcome to another Turcatokin video. As you can see, the setting has changed drastically. The weather is amazing. I believe we're in the 20s today, and I just couldn't resist doing this video on the deck today. If you're not enjoying this weather right now, after you watch this video, so right after, go outside, enjoy the sunshine, get that vitamin D. It is so amazing right now. I also wanted to state though that I am deathly afraid of things that buzz, even flies, doesn't really matter what it is. So if you see me run off screen, it'll be because the bugs. I know it doesn't make sense. I want to be out here, but I don't want to share the space with buzzing animals, creatures. Also, I apologize, but if you hear any birds or cars or anything going by, that is just the nature of filming outside. So I hope you guys don't mind that too much. I do have my mic on to hopefully cancel out that audio as much as possible. So anyways, this is going to be similar to the last video that we put out. It is our April 2018 wrap-up video. We're going to be telling you about what's been happening in the month of April. We've gone to more professional development meetings this month, and we've learned quite a bit that sort of validates actually what we were talking about in our last video. So if you like staying informed, please keep watching. So at the beginning of this video, before I say anything else, I just want to put a quick reminder out there that Steve and I are licensed, we're experienced, and we are currently working real estate agents. So when I say we're currently working, we are working with clients. We're fairly up to date with RECA's policies, procedures, same with CREB, which is the Calgary Real Estate Board, and RECA is the Real Estate Board or Real Estate Council of Alberta. I should know that. I also thought at the beginning of this video, while I'm saying, okay, we are licensed, experienced real estate agents, you're probably wondering, why are we giving away all this information for free, for free on the internet? And the answer is, Steve and I actually genuinely love and enjoy our job to the point where we are wanting everybody to enjoy it as much as we do. We want everybody to enjoy achieving their property goals. And a part of that is becoming more informed and more comfortable with the subject matter. So we try to be as informative and educational to our clients as possible. And we just realized there's just so much that people still don't know about real estate and so many misconceptions that are out there that we really want everybody in Calgary and hopefully internationally to learn about this and to hopefully have a better idea of what real estate is and what it means to be a real estate professional or real estate agent. So with that being said, let's jump into this video. Let's start talking about all the things that we shared with you on Facebook this April. We shared, sorry, I've got it all written down again, misconceptions about real estate agents and why we are actually a trustworthy group of people. So recently a CTV news article came out talking about the respectability and trustworthiness of certain professions, and they were all ranked like 1 to 100 or whatever, and real estate professionals were actually even below car salesmen, which was hugely surprising to me. The reason why it surprised me was because I had just spent months and months doing, the courses and trying to get licensed. So the entire message that I was given over these months and months of training and getting my license was just the fact that our duty as real estate agents to be honest and to be loyal and to be somebody that consumers can trust is higher than the expectation for us to be part of property transactions. Basically, there's been so many changes to real estate, especially in Canada, because we don't want to repeat the housing market crisis that happened in the United States. There's been so many changes to our real estate councils, to our real estate boards, to try and protect the consumer. And so it's our job really to give everybody the best experience possible. So anyways, wrote a blog post about that. I hope you go check it out on tercatokim.com. Something else that we shared this month was talking about the importance of a pre-approval. There was another real estate agent, I believe in Toronto, named Tom Story, who said you wouldn't go on a plane without a plane ticket. It's kind of the exact same thing. You can't really buy a house without having a pre-approval, and you don't want to fall in love with something that you will eventually, or that you wouldn't be able to get. Then we also shared a blog post about the changes to the Condominium Act, specifically having to do with the newly built condos and age restriction changes to established condos. So those were some pretty big changes. We mentioned it in the last video, but if you didn't have time to watch that long 10-minute video, then you can head over to our blog post. I made sure it was short and sweet so you can just read through what the exact new changes are. There's more changes than what I listed, but I just thought these are the important ones, so those are what's on there. Every Wednesday we share inspirational quotes. Your favorite was "Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work." We couldn't agree with you more. Every Monday we share a meme or something to give you a laugh, and your absolute favorite post was the Bizarro comic that we posted, I think, a week ago. It reached over 4,000 people according to Facebook. There was comments, there was likes, it was amazing, we had engagement, so thank you for that. We really, really love responding to people. We love seeing that people enjoy our posts, so please keep it up. We really appreciate it. This month, so now we're getting into the more serious stuff, we wanted to talk about how, as of April 19th, the Bank of Canada came out saying that they've decided to not raise the interest rates just yet. They're deciding to keep them where they are for now. For the reason being that we've been told is that the first quarter of this year has been weaker than expected. There's two reasons that we've been given as to why this quarter has been weak. The first being that there's new mortgage rules. So that's partly slowed down the market a little bit. And the second being the unexpected drop in exports. Maybe some of you already guessed that. So the Bank of Canada is quoted saying, and I'm going to read it right off the sheet so I don't mess it up, but it says, the new stress test that came into effect on January 1st caused housing sales to be pulled forward into the fourth quarter of 2017. Although we are still expecting the housing sector to moderate in 2018 with last year, we can expect a partial recovery of activity in the second quarter. So I think we're just starting to enter the second quarter, and like they said, they're expecting a little bit of a recovery. And to be honest, we have had a little bit of a recovery. Months of inventory, or MOI for short, is sitting around the 4-month mark. So that's showing that we've entered into a bit of a balanced market. Of course, for certain areas and properties, it can vary between a buyer's market and a seller's market. So to give you an example of what I mean, the condominium market is extremely slow. The reason being is our city in general, we are inundated with condos. There's surplus condos. They're all over the place. We have so many. And the demand for condos isn't so high right now. So you're gonna say, okay, that's a buyer's market. Whereas like 2-story house, bungalow in the mid-range, like 400 to 600 price range, you're gonna see that that's moving a little bit quicker. Basically, the Bank of Canada is essentially relaying the message that we gave to you in our last video. So in our last video, we were saying, oh my gosh, we're so optimistic. And now we've got messages from the Bank of Canada saying, yes, you're right. So if you wanna know why Calgary's market is feeling a bit slow, don't worry, it's not just Calgary. We had Richard Robbins International come to Calgary. He's based in Toronto, and he was saying, guess what? All over Canada is slow at this point, so please don't be worried. Overall, if you are currently trying to sell a property right now and you just haven't had any bites, you really shouldn't be worried. The market is constantly moving. Even when the market's slow, there's still people buying and selling. You just maybe want to invest in getting a stager or getting better photos. These things can definitely improve your chances of getting people to be interested in your home, as well as open houses. So if you need somebody to help you with an open house, feel free to contact us. We do have a contact page on our website. So turcatokim.com. We want you to feel not stressed at all. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel that you're doing the best that you can for your property and for your future prospects. And if you're not a seller on the market right now, but you're more of a buyer and you've been sitting and you've been thinking, oh, it'd be nice to move, start thinking about it a little more seriously, because even though the Bank of Canada has said at this point, oh, we're gonna keep interest rates the same, what you need to know is that interest rates currently are historically low. So with that being said, you gotta know that the only place to go from down here is up. So interest rates are going to increase. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, as I said, I just went to a seminar, and the entire almost theme of the seminar is like, now is the time to buy. Now is the time to get into the market. If you're thinking about the stress test, go see a mortgage broker. They'll be able to inform you a little bit better of what they need from you in order for you to get pre-approved for a mortgage. Essentially, if you're worried about the stress test, don't be, because from what we've been learning, the stress test is really only for people that are property investors. The stress test is more for those people as opposed to people that are either downsizing or upgrading. So that is something to think about. If you're worried about the stress test, don't be. Just get yourself informed by a mortgage broker. It is super important, if you've been humming and hawing, to go see a mortgage broker ASAP. So a little statistic that I'm just gonna throw out there right now is that the people that are most active on the market right now are millennials. As we know, they're in their mid-20s at this point, mid-20s to mid-30s. What we've learned about this group of young people is that they are waiting. They wait an average about 8 months just thinking about and dreaming about what sort of property they want. And ultimately, the process of buying a house is 12 weeks. So it's not very long, 2 to 3 months. And the thing is, with this statistic, Steve and I have actual experience, real life experience with this statistic, proving it to be true. We had a young couple who wanted to purchase a property, get into the market, and we absolutely love them. Hello, if you're watching. And they were so ready to buy a house. Like, you could just tell right away that they were ready to buy a house. They were responsible. They knew what their budget was. They even knew what their monthly budget would be in the event of purchasing a property, or what they needed their budget to be with the property. So they were very informed, very intelligent. And we showed them a number of properties over the course of 3 weeks. And there was this one property that just stuck out to them. Like, they just knew, okay, this is the one. That's incredible. As a real estate agent, you couldn't ask for more. When there's one property that they keep comparing every other property to, all you can think is, yes. You know, like, you're so happy for them. And sometimes you know before they even do that, yes, they're going to go for that property. So with that being said, they did end up going for that property. But right before they decided that, yes, we'll write an offer, we'll put in an offer, there was a little bit of anxiety, there was a little bit of stress, because all of a sudden it was going so fast, you know? And that's sort of how real estate works. You know, the thinking about it, going on showings, going to open houses, all of that is really slow, it's nice, it's a good pace. But then when it comes to making a decision, it has to be like that. When the time comes to move in and do what you need to do, you will be ready. You have to trust that you will be ready, okay? If you have the right real estate agent, if you meet somebody that you have good vibes with somebody that you trust, they're going to do everything in their power to make it such a positive experience. So when I say buy now, I'm not trying to pressure you or anything like that. I'm just trying to encourage you. If you've been thinking about it for a while, start the process now. I mean, the interest rates are only going to go up, and you're going to want to get ahead of that. Well, that is it for our April 2018 wrap-up video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, could you please share it with your friends and family and smash that like button like that. Smash. As always, we really, really appreciate it. Now go outside and enjoy this beautiful weather. Bye. Baby,